Tired of feeling lost when someone speaks English? Imagine confidently ordering coffee, asking for directions, or making new friends, all in English. This video is your shortcut to A1 fluency, transforming awkward silences into confident conversations. We're breaking down real-life scenarios into simple, actionable phrases you can use today. What if mastering basic English was as simple as your morning routine? Discover the everyday English phrases that everyone uses, but nobody truly teaches you. This isn't just a lesson, it's a conversation simulator designed to get you speaking confidently from day one. You'll be amazed at how quickly you overcome your initial English hesitation. Unlock your voice in English with practical conversations you can use immediately. This video isn't about memorizing lists. It's about building genuine confidence to navigate daily life in English. Learn essential A1 phrases for common situations, and start speaking aloud to integrate new vocabulary effortlessly. Your journey to early fluency begins right here, right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast Online. I am your teacher, your guide, and your conversation partner for today. If you are an absolute beginner, or if you just feel nervous when you try to speak, you are in the exactly right place. Today, we are doing something special. We are not just studying grammar rules. We are going to live the language. We call this the Daily Confidence Kickstart. Why daily? Because learning a language is like going to the gym. You cannot lift a heavy weight once and expect to be strong. You must take small, consistent steps. These small steps lead to massive breakthroughs. Today's mission is simple: to master essential phrases for instant use. By the end of this hour, you will be able to greet a stranger, buy a drink in a cafe, and find your way around a city, all in English. Are you ready? Let's begin. Before we jump into our first conversation, I want to talk to you about beginner anxiety. I know how it feels. You open your mouth to speak English, but the words don't come out. You worry about your accent. You worry about making a mistake. You worry that people will laugh. Listen to me carefully. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Here at English Podcast Online, we love mistakes. Mistakes mean you are learning. So for the next 45 minutes, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will speak out loud. Do not just listen to me, speak with me. Even if you are alone in your room or on the bus with headphones, move your lips. Feel the English words in your mouth. This is how we build muscle memory for your tongue. We are going to simulate 3 major parts of life. Meeting people, because connection is why we learn languages. Ordering food, drink, because we need to survive. Getting around, because we don't want to be lost. So, take a deep breath, in and out. Let go of the fear. Let's unlock your first real-world scenario. Our first simulation is greeting someone new. Now, everyone knows the word hello, but real conversations go beyond just hello. Imagine you are at a party or a conference or just meeting a friend of a friend. What do you say? Let's listen to a simple A1 dialogue first. Just listen. Question. Hi. I don't think we've met. I'm Sarah. Your answer. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm John. Question. Nice to meet you too, John. Where are you from? Your answer. I'm from Canada. And you? Question. I'm from Brazil. Short, simple, and perfect. Now let's break this down line by line. I want you to repeat after me. I will leave a gap of silence for you to speak. Repeat. Hi, I don't think we've met. This is a very polite way to introduce yourself. It is better than just walking up and saying your name. It acknowledges that you are strangers. Try it again. I don't think we've met. Next phrase. Nice to meet you. This is the golden phrase of English introductions. You must know this. It connects the words nice to meet and you. Listen to the pronunciation. We often say it fast, nice to meet ya. Try that natural speed. Nice to meet you. Now, look at the question. Where are you from? This is the most common conversation starter. It is safe, it is friendly, and everyone has an answer. Repeat, where are you from? And the answer, I'm from, followed by your country. Say it now. Canada. I'm from Canada. Excellent. Now, let's simulate this interaction. I will be person A. You will be person B. I will speak, and you must answer me aloud using the phrases we just learned. Ready? Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Tommy. You say, nice to meet you, I'm Janny. Nice to meet you too. Where are you from? You say, I'm from Canada. And you? I'm from the UK. It is great to meet you. Did you do it? Did you speak? If you did, congratulations. You just completed your first English conversation simulation. If you didn't, rewind the video and try again. Your voice needs to be heard. Simulation number 2. Ordering coffee. This is a source of anxiety for many students. The barista is busy, there is a line of people behind you, and you feel pressure. But guess what? The script is almost always the same. If you know the script, you win. Let's listen to the interaction. Barista. Hi there. What can I get for you today? Customer. Hi, I'd like a medium latte, please. Barista. Sure. Would you like milk or cream? Customer. Oat milk, please. Barista. Anything else? Customer. No, that's all. Thank you. Simple, right? But the magic is in the politeness phrases. Let's break it down. In English, we rarely say, I want. I want sounds like a demanding child. I want coffee. No. We say, I would like, or the contraction, I'd like. This is soft. This is polite. Repeat after me. I'd like. Now let's add the item. I'd like a coffee, please. Always add please. It is the magic word. When you are finished ordering, the barista will ask, anything else? Your answer is, no, that's all. Listen to the linking sound. That's all. That's all. Repeat, no, that's all. Now let's practice variations. Maybe you don't want coffee, maybe you want tea or water. Repeat these phrases. Can I have a water, please? I'd like a sandwich, please. Let's simulate. I am the barista. You are the customer. You want a large tea. Ready? Action. Hi. Next, please. What can I get for you? You say it. Hi, I'd like a large tea, please. Sure thing. Do you want milk or sugar with that? You say it. Milk, sugar? No thanks, please. Okay. Anything else for you today? You say it. No, that's all. Thank you. Great. That will be $3.50. Fantastic. You just ordered a drink in English. Notice how short the sentences are? You don't need complex grammar. You just need the key phrases. I'd like, please, and that's all. Scenario number 3. You are in a new city. You are looking for the train station or a museum or a restroom. You cannot rely on your phone battery forever. You need to ask a human. Asking for directions involves 2 parts: asking politely and understanding the answer. Let's hear the dialogue. Tourist. Excuse me, could you help me? Local. Sure. Tourist. Where is the nearest train station? Local. Go straight, then turn left at the bank. It's next to the park. Tourist. Thank you very much. Let's focus on the opener. Excuse me. This is how you stop a stranger on the street politely. You don't just say, "Where is the train?" You say, "Excuse me." Pronunciation check. It's not excuse. It sounds like excuse. Repeat, "Excuse me." Then the question, "Where is the..." Repeat, "Where is the supermarket? Where is the bathroom? Where is the bus stop?" Now, the hard part, understanding the answer. Here are the 3 directions you must know. Use your hands with me now. Go straight. Repeat, go straight. Turn left. Repeat, turn left. Turn right. Repeat, turn right. And finally, the location words. Next to, repeat, next to. Opposite, repeat, opposite. Time for the simulation. You are lost. You need to find the post office. I am a local person walking by. Stop me and ask. You say it. Excuse me? Oh yes, can I help you? You say it. Where is the post office? The post office? Oh, it's easy. Go straight for 2 blocks, then turn right. It's opposite the bank. You say it. Thank you very much. You are welcome. Have a nice day. See? You navigated a city interaction. The key is confidence. Even if you don't understand the whole answer, hearing left or right helps you move in the correct direction. We have learned the scenarios. Now we are going to do a rapid-fire drill. This is speak aloud and conquer. I will give you a situation, and you have 3 seconds to say the phrase in English. Don't think about grammar rules, just speak. Ready? Let's go. Situation 1. You bump into someone by accident. What do you say? You say, "I'm sorry," or "Excuse me." Situation 2. The waiter asks what you want. You want pizza. You say, "I'd like a pizza, please." Situation 3. Someone says, "Nice to meet you." You say, "Nice to meet you too." Situation 4. You want to know the price of a shirt. You say, "How much is this?" Situation 5. You are leaving a shop. You say, "Thank you, goodbye." Excellent work. This rapid-fire practice helps your brain switch from translating to reacting. In real life, you don't have time to translate in your head. You need to react. These phrases are your tools. Conversations are made of words. Let's take a closer look at the key vocabulary we unlocked today, and I'll show you how to use them in different ways. We didn't use this in the dialogue, but it is crucial for A1, available. This means free to be used or free to meet. Example: Is this seat available? Example: Are you available tomorrow? Repeat, available. When you are at a restaurant or a new city, use this word to get advice. Recommend. Example: What do you recommend? This is a power phrase. If you don't know what to order, ask the waiter. What do you recommend? Repeat. What do you recommend? In our directions scenario, we used next to, but near is also very useful. Near. It means close by. Example: Is there a bank near here? Example: I live near the station. Repeat, near. Let's look at the grammar of can I have. This is a modal verb structure, but you don't need to worry about the term. Just know that can I turns a statement into a request. You can use it for anything. Can I have the bill? Can I have a menu? Can I have your phone number? It is your Swiss Army knife of English phrases. Here is your daily diary prompt. I want you to get a notebook. This is your English journal. Tonight, I want you to write down 3 sentences using today's vocabulary. For example, I would like a coffee. The park is near the bank. It is nice to meet you. Writing helps your brain see the structure of the language. You have done an incredible job today. We've covered greetings, ordering in a cafe, and asking for directions. But watching this video is only 50% of the work. The other 50% happens when you turn this video off. Your homework for tomorrow. I want you to use one of these phrases in real life. If you live in an English-speaking country, go to a cafe and order in English. If you don't live in an English-speaking country, that's okay. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself and say, "Hi, I'd like a coffee, please." Say it until you believe it. Say it until you feel confident. In our next video, we are going to tackle small talk. Talking about the weather, your hobbies, and your family. We will take you from hello to a 5-minute conversation. You don't want to miss that. If this video helped you feel even 1% more confident, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more students like you. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Why? Because consistency is key. We want to be part of your daily routine. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. You are building foundational confidence one phrase at a time. I am Tumi, this is English Podcast Online, and I can't wait to hear your voice in the next one. Goodbye, and keep speaking.